Ladies and gentlemen, it is November 7th, 2025, and it is David Kendrick, owner of Lion Speaking Agency, and your favorite Purple Heart veteran baby Bam, coming to you after a 2-day event with the city of Atlanta. It was a veterans recognition event, and we were all hoping to meet the mayor. But what I didn't know is that our mayor, Andre Dickens, was out here getting reelected. Congrats on that, getting your second term. Our wonderful mayor here getting reelected. So I'll give you a pass, Mr. Mayor. Congrats. I'll give you a pass. I'll give you a pass this time, all right? But I'd like to thank our mayor, Andre Dickens, and the wonderful Department of Human Resources for putting this event together for the city of Atlanta, especially us, for the veterans in the city of Atlanta. Very special thank you to Mrs. Ashley Dent, who contacted me months ago about this event, looking for a keynote speaker. And I was so honored, and I felt privileged that they thought of your boy to give a keynote speech. I gave a keynote speech in Atlanta City Hall, and I was texting my wife. Unfortunately, she couldn't be there. I was like, honey, I'm nervous. For the first time, I was nervous because I've never been in City Hall, and it is so big, and it's just the building was so big, and it was a lot of veterans there, a lot of veteran organizations from the city of Atlanta there, giving presentations, having their veterans table set up, things of that nature. And once again, a very special thank you to Ashley because she made this event so special for me. Because in the morning on November 5th, we did a Veterans Stroll in the morning. With JRTC, so I think it was Mays High School, and we did a veteran stroll from City Hall to Peter Wheeler Memorial in Atlanta, or downtown, which I didn't even know we had this. It was a beautiful veteran memorial dedicated to veterans of all eras. I didn't even know we had this, but because I have a disability, my foot, I told Ashley, I may need an accommodation. I may need a ride. And she got me a ride in one of those little City of Atlanta cars that you may see riding through downtown Atlanta. And I got to follow the march, and we were singing cadence. I got to follow in the car right along the sidewalk. Thank you so much for that accommodation, because right now my foot is killing me. And I wasn't going to be able to make that walk. So once again, thank you for making that very special for me. But this was a 2-day event. So on the 5th, I gave a keynote speech, and we got to meet other veterans in the community, talk about what we provide for veterans in the city of Atlanta. And then yesterday on the 6th, I gave a fireside chat with a wonderful panel of veterans, all Army. They had me sitting next to an infantry guy, and I was like, I don't know about this. But it was a wonderful 2-day event, just recognizing all of the things that the veterans do in the city of Atlanta. And for any aspiring speakers out there, I want to give you some tips, because this was almost like the Super Bowl for me when it comes to speaking. Like, it was a big stage. It was for the city of Atlanta, something I get to put on my resume that it just blows my mind. My wife hates when I say this, but I moved down here in 2012 just to rap. And I'm nice. But now I rock a different type of mic. You know what I'm saying? I'm on stage giving these keynote speeches, and I got to do this downtown, the city of Atlanta. So if you're an aspiring speaker and you want to get a speech similar to what I did, for wherever you live in, City Hall or anything like that, here's how you can get started, because here's how I started. Start small. Start in your community. I started everything that I do here in DeKalb County. And then just network. Reach out. Whatever you speak about, whatever service you provide, or whatever you speak about, right? There's a need for it, or you wouldn't be speaking about it. I speak about mental health, everything that people go through, civilians and veterans in the mental when it relates to mental health. I have a joke when people ask me all the time, and they say, what do you speak about? I say, baby, whatever they're going to pay me for. Whatever that check talking about, you know what I'm saying? But my specialty is mental health, my lived experience, ADA law, going to work with a disability, and all those good things. But for you, if you're looking to give a speech for your local government or go to your local town, city hall, send them an email. build those relationships. It starts very, very small. That's what I did. And the content that I like to create is just doing stuff like this. I was working with other, if you follow my page, which you should be giving me a follow. Hit that follow button or that subscribe button. But I was doing work for Clark Atlanta, working with Morehouse. I was president of NAMI the Cab, just helping people in the community. And I just started building relationships with people in the city of Atlanta. And, when they have a list of people that they're looking for keynote speeches, somehow my name popped up because I built those relationships. And so when I got the call, Ashley called me, hey, this is Ashley Dent with the city of Atlanta. Do you think you can? I was like, what? Hell yeah, I'm going to do that, without hesitation. So it was a 2-day event. It was very special. The fireside chat that we had yesterday was all about resilience. Well, both days was all about being resilient as a veteran and talking about what we can provide to companies within the city of Atlanta. And I've worked a lot for nonprofits, for-profits, fast food restaurants, my own business, Lion Speaking Agency. So I have a lot of experience working for cities, for companies almost in a bunch of different cities in the city of Atlanta. And it was just a wonderful experience to talk about resilience. I got to promote my own business within the city of Atlanta. So if you're an aspiring speaker or if you speak now, get your gear made, get your mission statement out there, because when you do interviews, have your pitch ready, have your mission statement ready, because they was asking me, like, after my keynote speech and after the fireside chat yesterday, I don't have the content back yet from the city because we just did the fireside chat yesterday and the keynote speech the day before that. But they interviewed me. Hey, we need 60 seconds. What can you say to veterans in the city of Atlanta? And I just boom, 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 spit it out. And the dude was like, damn, that was 60 seconds exactly. And I was like, yeah, I practiced that. So practice your mission statement, because trust me, when anybody's looking for a keynote speaker, if you get a call, it just may be a discovery call. Hey, let's see if your goals and your vision and your mission matches what we want to do for our event. Have your elevator pitch ready. And I was, even though I've been doing this for years and my mission statement, it'll never change. When dude asked me yesterday, hey, we just need 60 seconds. I got all mic'd up. Boom, 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 boom. Have it ready. It's like the elevator pitch, because if you're a keynote speaker, you're looking to get paid, you may have $10,000 on the line and you may have 60 seconds to make that $10,000 based on your elevator pitch. Boom, boom, boom. Have it ready, be able to spit it, be able to impress people, and make sure that, the organization will have to make sure that it matches with whatever their mission is or whatever their theme is for their event. And mine was all about resilience. It's always going to be about resilience, because I earned this getting shot by a sniper when I was 20 years old. And Lion Speaking Agency is about using my voice to speak for the veterans who aren't here anymore, and for those civilians who don't know how to, or they can't advocate for themselves. Now, let's get into a swag bag, baby, because I got some cool stuff here from Resurgence Atlanta, the Department of Human Resources here. So let's get into it. So, bam, that's what it looks like. Right there. Atlanta City Council. This is just a book. I know a lot of people that actually color too. Adults that color and stuff like that. So this is a little coloring book. Something I'm going to put in my notebook or my book bag here, take on the way to work. I don't color, but always got notes that I'm thinking of. Sometimes, my wife is going to hate this once again, but like I used to do when I used to rap, a bar would come in my head. But now these bars are things I want to say on stage. So instead of spitting a dope analogy, a metaphor when it's rapping, I got something I could use when I'm on stage. I need to write this down. Boom. Got it right there. This is what I love right here. Check this out. You may not be able to see that. My lighting isn't good. I'm still a small business. I'm working on my setup. Y'all see the sun coming in and out. I'm still working on it. Small business, baby. Come on. If you want to help me out, hire your boy. But this is a project management book, project planning, all that good stuff. All that good stuff. Why this is good for me, because part of my story about resilience, and I spoke about this at the fireside chat, I went from going to summer school all 4 years of high school Thanks, George Bush, for that No Child Left Behind, baby. I didn't get left behind, but I wasn't passing either. But I failed my ASVAB on the first time in Buffalo. I failed the first time I took it. And part of my story of resilience, I got asked a question yesterday. The Army was the first thing I wanted in my life that I had to work hard for. So I studied. I said, I'm going to pass this ASVAB because the Army is something that I know that can make my life better. And so I studied. I passed that ASVAB, and my recruiter, he was like, David, you passed. You barely passed. I got the bare minimum of 31, but I passed. And he was like, it's a good thing you want to be a scout because that's all you qualify to be. I like, yo, let's go to Buffalo, baby. Sign me up. Scouts lead the way. Now, next, and I'm going to floss this, boy. Look at this. Check this out. Got a coffee mug. I'm going to drink it. Had a pinky up. Talking about pinkies. Fun fact, Atlanta, well, America, I was born with something called polydactyly. So I was born with 12 fingers. So these little bumps right here that I have right here, those little fingers when I was a baby, and they just cut them off. Whoosh, whoosh. Fun fact. Oh man, this is my last one I'm gonna show y'all. This was so special. And I want to thank Ashley for putting this together and providing this to all the vets. Your boy got a medal. I got a medal from the city of Atlanta, man. Check it out. City of Atlanta, Resurgence salutes you. Yo, this is really special, yo. They called us up on stage, and they called us up individually, and they called me up, and it was like, they love me. They really, really love me. Thank you. You know, your boy, this is really dope, though. This means a lot to me, you know, just to have this. I'm going to put this on my wall, maybe put it back here. But, you know, hard work pays off, man. Hard work, it really does pay off. You know, I have more stuff in this bag here, too. I believe this is the fan here, Department of Human Resources. You can wave around. We got some fidget spinners in here, you know, hand sanitizer, all that good stuff. But, man, I want to say first, if you're a vet and you're looking to come to a place, a community, a city, a state that really cares for their veterans, come down here to Atlanta. I came down here from a small town, and because of all the Fortune 500 companies here, all of the schools that we have here, I was able to make something of myself. I'm a member of Project Management Institute now, PMI. You know, I graduated. I got my master's degree down here. I became a man down here. I met my wife down here. We had our first date at Andretti's, and the rest was history. If you're a vet and you're looking to make the most out of your life for you and your family, and you're just looking to plant your feet in a new town and keep on forward marching in a new phase of your life, come down here to Atlanta. And if you'd like to know more about me, my mission statement, and possibly have me speak for your company, visit me at www.dkendrickjr.com. Find out what I got going on, and let's talk about me talking for you.